Hey everybody, this is X2O. I'm Insetic, and with me for this game is, again, Blank Tester.
Yeah, boy!
If you haven't seen the intro video, I'm skipping straight to Expert mode, since that's really the final part of the overall career mode. You have to do all 3 difficulties, and only on the 3rd difficulty do you get to do all the tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do on the other difficulties?
Amateur, you just do the first 4 tracks, and Pro, you do 6 of the 8. But the final 2, you only get to play on Expert. So this is the first level, Slicstream.
Slicstream. That's a Slicstream.
Also, I love this announcer, so whenever this finally loads, let's listen in.
You should know.
It takes a while.
Do you like crystal clear water, trout fishing, picturesque pine forests? If so, follow me, folks, into a nature lover's dream. This is Slicstream. Well, it was. Hydro dam, anyone? I love the smell of free electricity. Don't worry, those salmon will get upstream somehow. Right. Take a look at these rockin' redwoods. Could be the last time you see them. One deforestation nation, indivisible, with liberty and slick streams for all. Pay attention, kids, or you might be able to creek without a paddle.
Lazy? I was lazy once.
So before the levels, the announcer has some, I guess, kind of preset speech or something. I don't know how I feel about video games taking on huge issues like deforestation and being for them, if anything.
I remember that thing about deforestation reminded me of in Saints Row 1. There's the talk radio, which they should have brought back for Saints 2 and 3. Somehow that counted. And when they one of the issues they talk about is people burning American flags, and their solution is to make flags out of steel so that when you burn them they get harder, like you're tempering them or something. And I thought that was a great solution, and I like it when games tackle big tough issues like that.
You think you're being unpatriotic, you're actually being more patriotic.
Exactly. They get the flags get harder like the hearts of Americans.
So, let's talk about this game, X2O. X2O is basically SSX on jet skis. Not developed by EA Sports Big, though, developed by some studio called Killer Game. That I don't know anything else they do, but it takes a lot of similarities from the tricking system using the top shoulder buttons, which a lot of games at the time did, to each character having 4 signature moves, to sort of having a boost bar where you can only do the signature moves if you've gotten up to the top of the bar. In this case, it's the mega move bar.
I mean, honestly, this sounds like the terminology switch to the exact same system. Like, this sounds really, really, really similar to the way SSX works.
So you've got tricks with the shoulder buttons, and then you can tweak those using the square button. However,
that's some good land writing you did right there.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing I'm going to get to is that, sure, so the tricking system is good, and the combo system is pretty good. You can see I can do flips and barrel rolls, and if you do 2 tricks in something, then it goes from 1 time multiplier to 1.5, then to 2, then to 3. Then I'm just shitting all over the recording here. But some of the bads about the game is that it's very tough to control, because for some reason the game uses like realistic water. Like there's a current that's trying to push you in the direction of it, so if you want to take a turn but the current's pushing you towards the outside of the turn, it's really tough to take that turn, and you're basically gonna get sent down it in the way that the river wants you to go. And also the AI riders aren't affected by you at all, but they can push you around. Like, you've seen me hit them and then I just go where they want to go. Like, I cannot move them at all. So they, you know, if you get T-boned by someone, you can miss a shortcut and basically have to restart. Because on expert mode, you know, the AI only stays a couple seconds behind you still. So you basically have to keep playing well from the very beginning. And it's one of those games where either you do really well at it or you do terribly at it, because you either avoid the problems at the beginning, and since they're not in your way anymore, you can just go straight to the end, like, without having any problems, or you just get screwed over once and there's no recovering from that. And I mean you can recover, but like missing a jump, missing getting your boost up to max means you can't do a giant trick off the next jump. Can't do a giant trick off the next jump. Soon you don't have enough points to actually beat the point goal, and yeah, the game can be quite frustrating.
Now, although you went through all that, I think we should mention that most of these issues, I think, and I haven't played the game, I'm looking at him, I've seen him play on lower difficulties and on expert, and I feel like those qualms with the game are largely, well, in part because of the fact that he's on expert mode. Because I mean, the rubber banding with the AIs is about the same, no matter what your difficulty is. What I think one of the things that they do to change difficulties is they make the water affect you more, which is a really strange way to make things more difficult. You can see if you go back in the video, he does a lot of micromanaging with it. Yeah, every turn. He doesn't just pull left or pull right. He's pulling left, stopping, pulling left, stopping. You know, like every single turn has to be micromanaged. So, I mean, most of the things he said are issues with that difficulty, which, I mean, if you want to play the career mode, that difficulty is the one to do it on.
Well, it's the one you're going to end up doing it on. So, yeah, again, I'm probably making this look so much easier than it actually is, and if you don't want to take my word for it, just go buy the game, because when it's not frustrating, it is a really good game, or at least a pretty good game. So make sure to join Blank Tester and I next time for Level 2 Delta Factor, where we might still talk about flaws in the game, good stuff, might react to me flying off the course and not getting back on for like 10 more seconds. So we'll see. Bye for now.